beautiful Sagittarians. This is Debs, and this is your reading for mid-June 2026. Saggy, I hope you're all well wherever you are in the world. I hope you are happy, healthy, and safe. So my lovely Saggies, a very interesting vision that came through. I saw someone feeling a little bit, I've got to be honest, down in the dumps. A little bit sort of, oh, that didn't work out, that didn't work out. Oh, okay. Lacking enthusiasm, lacking inspiration, lacking optimism, just feeling a bit flat. But I saw this person getting out of bed. I'm pulling back a curtain and the sunshine just flooded into this room. And suddenly they felt a completely different person. When I came out of meditation, I heard the words, the light at the end of the tunnel. So Sag, you may have been in a bit of a slump. You may have been confused. You might have felt a little low, but I feel as if in mid-June, something's going to spark your interest. Something's going to make you feel, you know what? I'm fine. My health is good. Financially, things are good. I just need to press on. It may just be a change in the weather. It could be somebody says something to you and makes you look at things in a different way. Whatever this is, Sag, you're going to feel your vibration lifting. Yes, I'm hearing Archangel Uriel, Archangel Sandalphon, Archangel Azrael. You are surrounded by archangels at this time, Sag. I'm also hearing cause and effect. I'm seeing a manhole cover on a road. I'm seeing somebody with their foot pushing the manhole cover closed so they don't trip up on the manhole cover. They don't fall down it. Sag, you're putting the past in the past. You are leaving the past where it belongs, and you've elevated yourself. Okay, great. So guys, here we go. The deck that I'm using is the Guardian Tarot. You know, if you want a private reading, you can book that with me. My website's down below. I list all the decks and the link is there to join if you'd like to become a member. Here we go, Sag. Let's see what this light at the end of the tunnel actually is for you. Archangel Michael, what do we have for Saggy, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Yeah, you've been through a tough time, Saggy. Archangel Michael's showing me the Tower and the Two of Swords. It's as if, yeah, no, I can't cope with anything else going wrong. You may also have decided to, again, blot out the past. You might have had a few issues in the past. You may feel as if, you know, you're a newborn foal. You're kind of finding your feet again. You could be entering into a brand new cycle, Sag. Oh my goodness. Okay. Got to take them. They jumped out. Yeah. Look at that. Really interesting. Let's have a looky, my Saggies. Yeah. You're walking away from any past mistakes, Sag. You're just turning your back on the past. Okay, you could have trusted somebody you shouldn't have trusted, put it that way. Four of Wands. You've got your stability, Sag, and you are walking away from past lessons, past drama, past problems. Okay, you're walking away. You're walking away, Sag. You could have recently have left a relationship. You could recently have moved. You are on a brand new trajectory, is what I'm getting. All right, guys. Yeah. King of Swords. Alrighty. King of Swords. So, Sag, you might have been dealing with somebody strategic, or you might be communicating with somebody about a contract, legalities, a document. King of Pentacles. Or you may be seeking legal advice pertaining to an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, or a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. So you could be connected to someone who was a bit strategic about stability, or you, Sag, could have spoken your truth and walked away from a relationship because you simply felt someone was being a bit strategic. Now, Sag, you could simply be sat in masculine energy taking charge of your life. concentrating on your career. In the past, Sag, the Queen of Wands. So this is you, beautiful energy, looking gorgeous. You took some kind of action because you believed in what you were doing. You believed in the path that you started to walk down. After that time with the Knight of Pentacles, you held back. You might have held back from making a very big purchase. You might have held back from someone because you needed time to think. In your head now is the Four of Pentacles. Okay, Sag, you're getting serious about your finances. You're holding on very tightly to your money. You could be saving, not spending, that sort of thing. Or you may be dealing with somebody who's just a bit of a closed book. You may feel this person is being a bit cold with you, a bit strategic with you. And so you're holding back from them too. It's as if, okay, if you want to play that game, I'm going to hold back from you too, right? In the immediate future, we have the Three of Pentacles. This is interesting because you may be changing your mind. You may be communicating with someone that you do want to work on a situation. You do want to mend a situation. Or Sag, you could be putting your money in 3 separate accounts. You know, I mean, this is you getting really serious about your finances. This is you thinking, okay, I need to have an emergency fund. I need to have my current account and I need to have savings. Okay, you're getting really serious about your stability, Sag, for the future. In your fears, Knight of Swords, you're fearing, Sag, that someone's going to be cross if they don't get their way. You may be dealing with someone who wants you to follow a particular path, move in a particular direction, enter into a specific cycle. But what you're saying to this person is, I'm not going to be pushed. I'm not going to be cajoled. I don't want you to put pressure on me. I'm holding back for now, and I'm just in my head thinking about the future. I have to have some time to think about what I want to do. Not taking any action yet. In the environment is the Queen of Cups. So, Sag, you could be communicating with a Queen of Cups that you want to work on a situation, or you are sorting out your finances. So this could be somebody who's a bit nosy, or this could be somebody who simply cares about you. Could be a family member, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. In your hopes, hoping with the Three of Cups to have a reason to celebrate. Also hoping, Sag, to move into a reconciliatory energy. If there were past issues with someone because you felt they're a bit dominating, they're a bit controlling, you know, sort of their way or the highway, this is you saying to this person, I know what I want to achieve. I know how I'm going to do it. I'm absolutely fine, but you have to give me some space here, right? Yeah, you're taking control of your own life, Sag. You're not going to let someone try to take control of your life because they're not sitting in your shoes, is what I'm getting. And the outcome, my Saggies, oh, Three of Swords. Sag, I've got to admit, I don't think this is serious heartbreak for you. What I think this is someone around you feeling as if you have suddenly taken charge of your life. You are sitting in an independent energy, and it's almost the energy of, I don't need this person anymore, or I'm not always going to listen to what they have to say, because you may feel their bias. You may feel as if, well, you're telling me to take a course of action because that would suit you, but it's not necessarily going to suit me. And this is you understanding, Saggy, that they may be a bit sensitive. They may say to you, oh, I'm upset about that, Sag. Are you detaching from me or detaching from a situation? You may say, Sag, no, I'm very happy to sort of, you know, tell you what I'm doing here. But you are financially focused for mid-June. You're financially focused. And you are going to be doing things your way, Saggy. Yeah. Good for you guys. Clarification for you, the Hermit. You may be wanting to communicate with a Virgo. This Virgo may be a bit closed off. Or Sag, you may have been in hermit mode thinking about what you wanted going forward. Knight of Wands, yeah. So Sag, you might have been considering a big move, okay? Withdrawing to consider moving ahead, shifting forward in a new direction. This could be you keeping this under wraps, or this could have been you feeling as if somebody in the environment wanted to try and find out. You may not have felt comfortable in expressing your feelings to this person, Sag, because maybe your plans weren't rock solid, because you're looking at finances here. You're getting very logical. If you're a feminine, you might well be sat in your masculine, or you may have been surrounded by a Queen of Cups and or a King of Pentacles or a King of Swords who were sort of keeping their beady eye on you. And this is you thinking, not having that. It's my life. It's a private life. And because, Sag, you were still trying to work out which path you wanted to take, I think you've been sort of distancing yourself or putting these people, or pushing these people away, I should say. Saying to this person or people, I haven't made up my mind yet. I don't know exactly what I want to do here. I will tell you in divine timing, as in, give me some space, right? Now, Sag, whoever sat in the Queen of Cups, kind of wondering what you're doing here. Six of Pentacles. This is someone who knows that you have been looking at finances, okay? And with the energy of the Knight of Cups, this is someone, Sag, who cares about you. I mean, this is someone who might have helped you financially in the past because they care about you. And so this is someone who may feel justified in asking you what you plan on doing. What do you plan on doing, Saggy? Because I helped you in the past when you were going through a tough time. But Sag, you're keeping your cards close to your chest here, because I don't think you have made any concrete plans. I think you're sort of seeing how things pan out, maybe for the rest of June, moving into July. So Saggy, this could very well be a career and finance reading, or this could be you, in the nicest sense, keeping your distance from people around you who may want to know what you're going to be doing, what you're up to. Sag, I think you are keeping your thoughts and feelings to yourself. You are holding back from spending money. You know you have it within you to take a big leap forward, but you are just being sensible for this period of time. All right. So, Archangel Michael, tell us about the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles. Five of Swords. Sag, you may feel that a King of Swords or a King of Pentacles sabotaged a situation with you, didn't treat you the right way. They might have been a bit strategic. Tell us about the Five of Swords. Seven of Wands. You've been putting this person or people at arm's length. Again, you may have felt they just wanted to get into your business a little bit, and it might have made you feel a bit nervous. Two of Wands. What you might have continued to say to this person or people, though, is, I'm standing at a crossroads. I mean, yeah, you want to know what I'm going to do. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I will keep you posted. But they might have felt, Sag, as if you were sort of keeping something to yourself. Page of Swords. Yeah, you might have had to speak your truth and be quite firm. Page of Swords is you just being very blunt, very sharp. Okay, well, yeah, you want to know what I'm going to do. You want to know what I'm doing now. Well, I'm sorting out my life. I'm sorting out my finances. I'm making a plan for the future, but I don't know exactly what that's going to be yet. You may feel they're just being a bit nosy. This is a person or people, Saggy, who are just trying to get information out of you, but it's as if, well, I can't tell you what I'm doing if I don't even know what I'm doing yet, you know? Yeah. You have been with the Five of Wands in a little bit of internal conflict. Why is this person or people wanting to know everything? Why are they being so nosy? Why are they trying to figure out what I'm going to do? It might have annoyed you a little bit, and so Sag, you have just distanced yourself. You have pulled back because the next cycle for you is going to be very, very important. You want to get it right, but you are not going to be persuaded to move forward into a situation if you don't feel it's right for you. So Saggy, with the energy of the Queen of Wands, you took some kind of action. You took some kind of action, Sag. Ace of Wands for a passionate new start. You were inspired in the past. You felt as if, okay, your creative juices were flowing. You might have thought, all right, I'm going to start my own business. I'm going to develop my career. I'm going to learn something new. You were quite excited, guys, in the past. Yes, Wheel of Fortune. And you felt as if things were maybe finally going your way. You may have felt that finally things were moving in the right direction, Sag. Things were good in the past. And you might have moved into a wish fulfilled, or you recognized what you needed to do to heal a situation and you were very successful. There might have been a conversation with an Aquarian. After that time, Sag, you sort of took stock. Knight of Pentacles is you holding back, okay? I'm not ready to rush forward. I need to think about my finances, my stability, my foundation. You might have had a conversation with an earth sign, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. But I think your viewpoint was, well, I've achieved this. This is really good. Now I need to make solid plans for the future. So you were looking at what you wanted to achieve in the future, Sag. Yes, looking at your options. I could do that. I could do this. I wonder if that would work. But this is you very mature in your outlook, Sag. You didn't want to do anything impulsive, anything risky. You wanted to just have some time to consider the details, is what I'm getting here. Looking at the details. Yeah, you kept this to yourself with the High Priestess. You didn't tell anyone that you were looking at options. You kept it to yourself, Sag. This is you staying silent. Okay, because you might have felt that if you admitted that you were about to jump into a new cycle, it might have been a tower moment for someone else. Okay, Scorpio energy, Aries energy. And so you didn't say anything at all. Yeah, Four of Cups. You didn't say anything at all. I'm almost getting a sort of hiding away energy. Yeah, I'm just going to take myself off to the forest. I'm going to sit behind this tree and think about what's going to make me happy, right? Yeah. There's a lot of you taking yourself off for some peace and quiet here, Sag. You might have felt as if you wanted to sit in hermit mode in the past. Wanted to have some private time to think about what you wanted to do. So guys, in your thoughts now, Four of Pentacles. Again, you're holding back. You're holding on to what you have, guys. You're holding on to what you have. Yeah, you are sat in the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, that's a lot of financial stability, and you are determined to hang on to it. Determined to keep that safe. Determined to be wise. Determined to manage your money intelligently. Because, Sag, you may have a child, you could be a single parent, or with the energy of the Page of Pentacles, you may be thinking, well, I can give a little bit to a situation, but I need to make sure that I keep the majority of my money safe, watertight, locked away. I look at my investments very carefully. So, Sag, you may be wanting to, for instance, pay out for a course which you know is going to improve your career prospects, but you don't want to spend too much, Sag, because if it doesn't work out, you don't want to feel as if you've wasted the money. This all feels very career-orientated, Saggy. You're incredibly serious about your foundation here. You're working hard. Yeah. Sag, you might be thinking about accepting an opportunity at a distance. It could well be a job offer comes up in another state, another city, another country. Or Sag, what you're thinking about is, I don't have to stress in the next few months, maybe even in the next few years, if I manage my money intelligently and hold back from spending too much, because then I can sit in a place of happiness. I don't have to worry about pulling in a certain amount of money if I'm careful now. I feel, Sag, I might be connecting with somebody who ultimately would like to take their foot off the gas. You may be balancing incomings, outgoings. If I spend only this amount of money every month, how much time would that give me without having to work overtime, without having to go for a promotion, without having to take on a really stressful work schedule? You're, again, looking at your money, Sag. Yeah, guys, good for you. Yeah, because Sag, ultimately, I've got to be honest, you want to sit in self-love. You might have worked really hard over the last few years. You may even have been a bit of a workaholic. You may have gone through a bit of a stressful time, Sag. And this is you thinking, I just want to take a step back rather than take a step forward. But I'm not going to tell anyone that I'm hoping to do that, because they may have their own opinions about that. They may say, oh no, Sag, I wouldn't do that if I were you. And what you're thinking about is, well, it's not their life, it's my life. I think, Sag, ultimately, what you're realizing is, if you're careful with your finances, if you look at what you're spending, okay, hold back from spending too much, and you manage your money wisely, you could end up sitting in the Ace of Cups and the Sun. Self-love in a place of happiness and relaxation. Yeah. So in the immediate future, we have you managing your money. I feel this is an emergency fund, okay, current account, savings. I think this is you managing your money. Now, you do have someone in the environment who cares about you, Sag. Okay, could be anyone. But this is someone you're very close to, because this is someone who might have helped you out financially, Six of Pentacles. And with the energy of the Knight of Cups, they did that because they care about you, Sag. So this could be somebody who helped you when times were tough. But you may feel that now they feel entitled to know exactly what you're doing. And that might be the sticking point. You don't want to upset this person, Sag, and say, well, quite frankly, yes, thank you very much for their help in the past, but my private life is my private life. But you may need to have a quiet conversation, because they are saying to you, okay, Sag, what are you doing over there? What are you doing? Are you okay? You're managing? Life is good? You know, what do you plan on doing, Sag? And you're there thinking, well, quite frankly, it's none of this person's business. But I don't want to be rude and say that. So this could be slightly awkward. Archangel Michael, when do we have the Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups for Sag? Thank you, Michael. The 2nd and 3rd of August. Okay, beginning of August, Saggy. You may put this person at arm's length until the beginning of August. And, okay, until the 22nd of September. Beginning of August to the 22nd of September. So, guys, I hope I didn't jog the camera there, by the way. Let's have a look at this Queen of Cups. She wants to know what you're up to, Saggy. Yeah. 8 of Wands. She may be trying to get information out of you. I don't know. She's curious, Saggy. Yeah, the Magician. She wants to know what you're cooking up. What are you cooking up, Sag? What are your plans? What are you wanting to achieve? What are you doing, Sag? Is she nervous, or is she just wanting to make sure you're okay? Because, Sag, I've got to be honest, I'm getting an unusually quiet energy from you. It's as if you'd rather not talk, which is very unlike Saggy energy, right? You're usually expansive, chatty, social. I'm getting a completely opposite energy for you in mid-June. All right. She may be nervous that you are about to close out a major cycle, or you may even be thinking of a very big move. It could be a global move with the world. Tell us more about her thought process here. The Ten of Cups. Okay, she could be a family member, Sag. Ten of Cups. She could be a family member. Yeah. Ooh. But she may not have been above board. She might have been a bit sneaky in the past, Sag. Seven of Swords. She might have been a bit sneaky in the past. Four of Swords. She's thinking that she wasn't above board with you in the past. She might have hid something from you or done something that she wasn't proud of. She may be wondering, Sag, whether or not you've truly forgiven her, if that is the case. Okay. The Empress. Oh, wow. Okay, Saggy. Taurian energy, Libra energy. This could be an older woman. It could be even your mother. Dare I say that? Sag, she wasn't on the up and up in the past. There was something she did she could have given to somebody else, could have had a quick fling with someone. Sag, whoever this was. She's very worried that you're about to detach from the situation, and it might be because you're fed up of either her being a bit controlling, okay, asking you too many questions, or you might be very disappointed in something she did, an action she took, and you might have been trying to distance yourself a bit, Sag, to be honest. What is she worried about here? She's worried, Sag, that you're going to leave feeling victorious. She's worried, Sag, you're going to disconnect in victory and success because of something she did that you didn't approve of, or because, Sag, she's just been a little bit over the top with you, asking a lot of questions. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Are you doing this? I hope you've done that, Sag. You may feel as if she was trying to sort of tell you how to live your life. It might have upset you. Tell us more about this Empress, Queen of Cups. Six of Swords. She wants your forgiveness for something she did in the past. She's trying to mend a situation with you, or she's trying to mend the connection with you. Page of Wands. But she may feel sad you're still angry, is what I'm getting. She may feel that whatever she did that you found out about, you haven't really forgiven her. But she's worried, Sag, that you're about to just detach. You may be. Let's have a look at the Three of Pentacles. You're managing your money, Sag. Why do I feel as if you really don't even want to talk? It's as if I'm fine, I'm sorting my life out, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do going forward. I'm almost getting the energy of please leave me in peace. Just please leave me in peace. Really don't feel like being social. I don't want to have to answer all these questions. There's very much a sort of, you stay there, I'm managing my life okay at the moment. Yeah, wow. Yeah, Two of Swords. Sag, I don't think you want to talk to this person at the moment. I think they're very nervous because they want to know what your plans are. They want to know what you're wanting to manifest. Okay, Sag, you may feel with the Six of Cups, they want to talk to you about the past. I'm sorry I did that. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry I took that course of action. Sag, you don't want to talk about the past, and so you've been avoiding this person. It might have something to do with a Scorpio. Or Sag, what you're thinking about is, my life changed in the past. I was glad about that, but it wasn't easy. I'm now trying to plan my future, but the last thing I need is this person breathing down my back, feeling guilty about something they did or said. And I really don't know exactly what I'm going to do in the future anyway, so it's kind of, please leave me alone. I'm still feeling that energy, Saggy. What is on your mind here, guys? I mean, you're in your head, you're overthinking, overanalyzing, trying to make plans for the future, Sag, but you still don't know what you want to do. Because I feel the next phase that you're going to be moving into is a major cycle that you may want to stay in for quite a long time, maybe the next few years, Sag. So you're trying to be careful. Yeah, what are you considering here? You're getting busy behind the scenes, planning, juggling money, looking at your investments, thinking about work, thinking about your routine. You're weighing up the pros and cons of something here, Sag. You're weighing up the pros and cons about something here, Sag, because you're wanting victory and success. You could be juggling money. You could be thinking about taking on a position in a different area. How would that work? Could that work? Would it be too much for you? You may be wanting to go for a promotion. But again, Sag, you're in your head about all of this. You're managing your money, but you're in your head about what you're going to do, how you're going to achieve this, when you might want to move forward. You're looking at options. But I feel someone here is very nervous that you're suddenly going to jump towards them and say, okay, I'm off, see you later. Or you're going to move towards this person and say, okay, I've decided to do this, and they're not going to like it. Which is why they're sort of breathing down your neck a little bit here, Saggy. You might be getting a bit annoyed. All right. Are you going to say anything to this person? 9 of Wands. You may just say to this person, I've got a lot on my plate. It may be true. It may not be true. I think what you're generally trying to get across is you desperately need some you time, because you're still trying to sort out what you want to do going forward. But it could be that this person every couple of days or every week says, okay, Sag, you decided what you want to do? Are you going to make a massive change? Are you going to be making a big move? And this is you saying to this person, I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. It's as if it's a broken record situation. And they just are chomping at the bit thinking, well, I need to know for whatever reason. It could be simply, Saggy, they're just nosy. I don't know. Let's have a look at the energy between the two of you. What is the energy between the two of you? The Emperor. Ooh, okay. So this Queen of Cups Empress could be connected to an Emperor. So this could be mom and dad. This could be brother and wife. Why do I feel, Sag, as if you are behind the scenes quietly planning a major change, but you don't quite know what that is, so you're being very careful financially. But you have family around you who are trying to figure out your next move, and it's just making you feel a bit uncomfortable. Now, Sag, you could be a feminine, you could be a masculine. We got the King of Swords, the King of Pentacles. You as a masculine, Sag, may be trying to figure out how to boost your finances. If you're a feminine Queen of Wands, this is you thinking, I had it good in the past, but, you know, I want to make sure that I stay stable, that I take care of my financial foundation, that I'm wise going forward. Yeah. So there's a bit of an awkward energy between you and an Emperor, an Empress, Queen of Cups. Could be a family dynamic. You're hoping, Sag, simply to have something to celebrate. But the outcome is the Three of Swords, which is a strange energy. Let's have a look at the Three of Swords. This is the future, Sag. This is what you plan on achieving. Wow. Okay. Sag, if you plan on completely cutting free from people in your environment, you may feel as if people in the environment would be upset, they'd be heartbroken, they'd be a bit shocked. You could, Sag, have been thinking, do I have the courage to just sever the tie completely? Yeah, because Sag, you want your ships to come in. And I think you have been considering embracing massive change, you know? But perhaps, Sag, you have been keeping this under your hat because you were afraid that family would disapprove, or afraid that somebody would try and stop you, or afraid that somebody would be pointing the finger, asking questions. And that's why you've been so quiet. Tell me about the Three of Wands. Temperance, yes. Sag, you're being looked after by Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is saying, Sag, do what you want to do what's in your heart. But he's also asking you to temper doing anything rash that could bring a lot of heartbreak to people around you, particularly if people around you have helped you. What Archangel Michael's saying is, do what makes you happy, be happy, progress, embrace change, but don't do something so harsh. It's going to bring a lot of upset to other people. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. But Sag, I feel as if I'm dealing almost with somebody who's felt caged, somebody who's felt held back, somebody who's felt as if I can't do that, I can't do this. People want to know, you know, what I'm doing, my every waking moment. And the frustration of that is causing you to want to just jump ship. But Archangel Michael saying, Sag, temper that, because you could cause a lot of hurt to people and you might end up looking back in regret. They're just saying temper that, Saggy. All right, so guys, what are you going to do? Five of Cups. Okay, yeah. Sag, you're listening to Archangel Michael here. Now, whether or not you feel connected to the angels, this could be your higher self. What is your higher self telling you? Oh, yeah, exactly. Oh, Saggy. Your higher self is saying, okay, Sag, judgment day. If you do this, you will feel so guilty and you will have to face some kind of judgment day, whether or not it's being judged by other people, whether or not it's being judged by the divine for taking the wrong course of action. And then, of course, you'd have to cope with karma. Archangel Michael is trying to guide you to be successful, to do something you want to do, to embrace change. But what Archangel Michael's saying is, don't completely sever the cord. Don't do something so severe that, you know, you might look back and regret it. I think, Sag, this is you considering making a massive change, making a big move. But Archangel Michael's that voice in your head. Hang on, Sag. You're going to feel really guilty about this. You're going to have to face Judgment Day. And this is you pulling back. Okay, he's right. Or I know my intuition is telling me I just can't do that. I just can't do that, right? What is Archangel Michael saying? Oh, wow, the devil. Okay, Sag, you might have felt stuck in a toxic situation. You may have felt trapped. You might have felt people around you were obsessed with finding out what your plans were, where you were going, what you planned on doing, to the point where you just wanted to cut the tie and just leave, right? Whatever that is, whatever that means for you, Archangel Michael is saying, Saggy, be careful. In the desire to be successful, in the desire for your ships to come in, don't sit in the energy of the devil. Don't sit in your shadow, because you will regret it. You will have to face Judgment Day. And Sag, I'm saying this with love because I've been in that situation, you know. I've taken impulsive action and then looked back and thought, blimey, you know, I only thought about myself, didn't think about other people around me. So, you know, take it with a bit of a pinch of salt, Saggy. Take it with a bit of a pinch of salt. Queen of Swords. Be intelligent. Be intelligent. Create a plan. But stay away from being strategic, sitting in the energy of your shadow side, sitting in your shadow side. Stay away from that. It's not going to serve you. It's not going to serve you. If Saggy does, in inverted commas, the right thing, moves on to a new path without hurting anyone, without completely severing the tie, what is going to happen for Saggy then? Sag, you're going to get some kind of justice. You may sign a legal contract. This is balance in your life. This is balance in your life pertaining to your finances. You could be going for a great job. You could be working on a contract. You could be doing contract work. Sag, this is going to work out for you, but there's a slight warning here. Yeah, there's a slight warning here. Move into a new cycle, but don't do anything you might look back and regret in the future. Don't take that massive leap of faith. Disregard other people. Disregard other people's feelings, maybe, because you may look back and think, I should not have done that. Sag, I think this is going to work out. I think this might be a little bit of a warning reading for you. Okay, sit in your heart space. If people around you are not giving you the space that you need, if they're bugging you, Sag, simply say, look, please don't ask me every day what my plans are or every week what I'm going to do, because I really don't know. I really don't know. Be firm, Saggy, be forceful, be assertive without being rude, and think about what you can do to change your circumstances without doing anything drastic, because I feel you're so frustrated, Sag, you're feeling as if you want to do something drastic, you know, and this is you being warned by Archangel Michael. If you do that, you're going to be having to cope with a lot of karma, guilt, remorse, regret, the energy of the devil. If you are too strategic about this, keep yourself balanced, keep yourself in a temperate place. If you need to, say to people, I really don't know what I'm going to do yet. Please don't keep asking me because I'm feeling a bit annoyed about it. Be honest. They should back off. And then, Sag, you're going to find that things naturally unfold and you will find yourself in a place of balance. This is about you tempering any actions going forward, thinking about what you want for the future. I think mid-June, Sag, is going to be a planning time for you to figure out how you can make yourself happier, how you can progress going forward without doing something too impulsive, which might upset other people. Okay, guys, that's what I think this is. So, Saggy, an interesting read. Let's see what the universe has to say. Here we go, guys. Archangel Michael, what does the universe want to say to my beautiful Sagittarians? Thank you, Michael. Strange land. Okay, Saggy, go and explore. Go and explore, okay? You're discovering things you haven't experienced before. New knowledge feeds success. New knowledge feeds success, Sag. Go and explore. Just don't do anything so impulsive. You might look back and regret it. Okay, guys? Yeah. So, my lovely Saggies, I'm going to leave the reading there. I hope it's helped. Take care of you. And, of course, I'm sending love and light your way and many blessings. Bye, guys.